Hi guys, Steph here. Qui abbiamo una penna stilografica molto bella inviata da me alla bella gente MarteModena. And what we have here is a range of pens from MarteModena by the name of the Chronicle. These pens, they're inspired and they celebrate journalism from the 1920s. As you can see, the outer case here has all these snippets of, if you like, newspapers from that particular era. Now, if we take the outer case off, you can see inside it comes in this lovely wooden box. Again, MarteModena name to the front with their M logo. Let's open the box up and see what we've got inside. Again, it's telling us this is a pen from the Chronicle range. It tells you a little bit about the pen here, and it gives you the warranty on the right hand side here, and again a card, a guarantee card. The nice thing about these pens is that they've actually got a full lifetime warranty by MarteModena. So that just shows you the confidence that they have in these pens. So let's take the pen out. Let's take the box and pop it to one side. The pen comes in this sleeve like so, and what we have is a very nice, in my opinion, a very nice handsome fountain pen. As I say, this is a MarteModena fountain pen from their Chronicle range that is designed with the 1920s in mind. It's a modern pen, obviously. It's actually made from a solid bar of precious resin, and it comes with 24 karat gold filled or gold plated trim. You can see it's got a band to the bottom of the barrel. The cap band has two of these bands, and then there's a band on the barrel just underneath. If we take you to the top there, you've got quite a short, very plain but very attractive clip. To me, very reminiscent of the vintage military clips, but very nice indeed. The colour of this pen, let's bring it up nice and close to the light. It's very reminiscent to me of the vintage sort of red ripple pens, or the wood grain finish pens. It's got a lovely pattern. The name of this model is the Autumn GT for gold trim. They've also got, in the same series, they've got the Space edition, which is a bluish colour, a Horn, which is a greyish colour. They have a lovely marble scarlet. They have a Country, which is a light brown colour, and last but not least, they've got the classic black colour. But as I say, this one being the Autumn GT. Okay, let's give you a close-up, see if you can actually see that gorgeous pattern. Like I say, these light and dark brown streaks running through the pen. The nice thing about this one, it's a quality made fountain pen, and it's quite a large pen as well, which I personally like. The size of it from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, around about 142mm capped. It has a slight taper, but around the middle it's a lovely chunky 14.5mm in diameter. As we said, it's got the gold filled trim to the pen, the bands and the clip. Again, what they've done is sort of based it on a vintage pen. They've given it a nice short clip. There's no markings on it, but it's a plain, but again, in my opinion, very attractive. If we turn it round, you can see it's got laser etched gold M for the MarteModena logo, and then to the bottom there it's telling us the model, the Chronicle, and this particular one being numbered, I think it's 100 Is it 113, is it? Or 130? All in all, a very attractive pen. Now, if we take the cap off, let's give you a couple of little twirls. I was very surprised when I received the pen by the quality, by the weight. It's quite a nice weighty fountain pen as well. Now, if we show you the section to the top there, you can see the section is from the same material and the same colour. It's got the thread to the bottom. And let's take you to the nib. It's got a lovely large nib with the logo, the double M to the nib, and then just to the bottom it's got a B excuse me, which may be, I don't think it's broad because this nib doesn't look to be broad, but it may sort of stand, it may be a Bock nib. Now, the interesting thing about this pen is if I turn it over, take a look at the feed there. How unusual is that? It's a sort of very sort of transparent material, this feed, and at first I thought, does it look right? Does it not? I'm not too sure. But it has a little twist which we'll show you later on when we're actually doing a writing sample. Now these pens, they come with a piston converter, and the beautiful thing which I think, you know, very attractive about this pen, if you unscrew the blind cap there, again you've got this brass sort of fitting and a brass knob to the end there, which allows you to fill the pen with ink with a piston. So again, very reminiscent with the old vintage fountain pen. So a lovely idea, I think. Let's screw the cap back on. Let's unscrew the barrel for you and we'll show you the converter itself. And there's the converter. You can actually fill it in a standard normal way, but again there's the brass fitting to the converter, which I quite like. So let's see how the pen actually writes. So let's bring on some ink. Let's pop the nib in the ink. Let's turn the converter a couple of times, once more I think. Yep, I don't want to fill it up completely, it's only for a writing sample. Let's pop the ink to one side. Let's screw on the barrel and let's bring on some paper. So let's see how the pen writes. Again, a lovely large nib. I would say maybe a number 6 size nib, which incidentally these pens come in a fine, medium and a broad nib as well. And I believe they may be, this one would be a gold plated steel nib, but I do believe you can get gold nibs with them as well. So let's see how it writes. So what we have is a MarteModena, and this model being the Chronicle. Again, the pen celebrating or inspired by the 20s, by sort of journalism of that particular period, and I think they've done it very well. Like I say, a modern made pen with a vintage touch. How does it write? Very nicely, nice and smooth, as you would expect from this steel nib. There's no flexibility in the nib, but as you can see it's writing with a lovely wet line, and again nice and smooth. So I am suitably impressed. I would say the pen is writing with a medium line, as you can see there. Okay, so whether the B stands for broad or the fact that it may be a Bock nib, I'm not too sure, but lovely, lovely writer. And as I said earlier, it's a large pen, and for me personally with large hands, I find it very, very comfortable to write with. Now, we mentioned earlier on about the feed having a little bit of a twist in it. We saw earlier that the feed was sort of transparent. Now if I turn it over and show you the feed now, The lovely thing about it, it's sort of a little bit strange, but it's as if it's coated with the ink and it's darkened it to a, if you like a black colour, which to me looks a lot more attractive and how it should be. So there's a slight twist as far as the feed's concerned, but all in all, a lovely pen. Let's pop the cap back on, which screws on as we said. So there we have it. That's the MarteModena Chronicle fountain pen, inspired from, you know, journalism, newspapers from the 20s. It's a modern made pen obviously, but in my opinion they've got it right. It looks very right, and to be quite honest, it feels very nice in the hand. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoyed showing them to you people. If you're interested in this pen or any of the other within the Chronicle range, I'll leave you a link down below so you can go and have a look. Thank you very much to MarteModena for sending this pen so I can review it. I'm quite impressed with it. You've done a good job, so I'm sure it'll become very popular. Don't be shy, leave a comment, see what you think, but for now I'll just say bye bye for now.